So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the channel. We're gonna go through how you can build out a team that basically generate you automated meetings every single month and how you can go about building that team in the most efficient and cost-effective way possible. Super excited for this video, guys, but before we jump into it, make sure you go ahead, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, massively helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And with that being said, let's jump straight into the video. Just before we jump into this video, guys, Bax Consulting is actually hiring. Okay, so Bax Consulting is my e-commerce marketing agency, and we are currently hiring. We are hiring for an appointment setter. You know, it's not a quick one-time thing. We're basically looking to bring somebody on board for the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months down the line. So if you think that would be a good position for yourself, click the second link in the description. Okay, the second link, it's going to take you to an application form. Fill that out, and then from there, we will email you back. Guys, super excited to see everybody's applications. And with that being said, enjoy the rest of the video. Get the question so many times: how do I automate outreach? Do you use automation softwares? How do you bring team members on board in terms of appointment setters? How do you go about it in the best way possible? Guys, I'm super excited to finally put that question to bed in this video. Today, I'm gonna go through exactly how to not only automate outreach, but how to build a team and train them up, and also how to structure payment in the best way possible that suits not only yourself in terms of running your business and keeping it at the highest level in terms of profit margins, but also how to entice the appointment setter themselves, you know, how to entice them to continue setting you meetings every single month without fail. So let's jump straight into it. So before we get into the nitty gritty, I want to make sure that I make this next point very, very clear. I do not want you to think that the grass is greener on the other side. What I mean by that is I do not want you to bring somebody on board unless you have a proven process for outreach yourself currently. Bringing somebody on board to conduct outreach, bringing an appointment setter on board, they're not gonna change up your current process, okay? They're not gonna make you go from getting no meetings per month to getting 100 meetings per month. You know, it just doesn't work like that. What is gonna happen when you're bringing an appointment setter on board is that you're gonna go from 10 meetings per month that you generate to maybe 7 meetings per month that's automatically generated for you by the appointment setter. You know, you always want to make sure that there's a buffer there, right? Because just naturally, the appointment setter just won't be able to generate as good as results as you will personally in terms of generating meetings. But, you know, if you're consistently generating 10, 15, 20 meetings a month, whatever that number is, just make sure you expect a little bit lower. But at the end of the day, those meetings now are going to be completely automated. And so that's what I'm trying to get at. You want to have a proven process in place currently that you currently execute on time and time again, week after week, and you consistently generate 10, 15, 20, 50, however many meetings it is. You want to make sure you consistently generate meetings before you bring somebody on board. Don't think, as I said before, that the grass is greener on the other side. Don't think that, oh, I'll bring somebody on board and they'll be able to generate me all these meetings. Doesn't work like that, because not only doesn't it work like that, but also the person you bring on board needs metrics to go off. They need to understand that if I send out 100 emails with the method that you teach them, right? That's how they become trained killers. Okay, that's how I'm doing it at Bax Consulting right now. I built out an entire training for appointment setters to come in and go through that training, and then they just we've made their job so easy. They come in, they go through the training, and they implement on what we've given them. We've given them an entire system, and basically an entire automated system. We've given them the scripts. Like, they don't need to think about anything. It's so easy for our appointment setters to make money. Like, honestly, it's so easy. And obviously, if you've seen the clip at the start of the video, if you are interested in becoming an appointment setter for Bax Consulting, click the second link in the description. But my point with this is that you want to train your appointment setter. In order to train them, you need to have a proven process down packed, and you need to have metrics that you can go off, right? You know that you get a 5% meeting book rate, you get a 10% meeting book rate. For every 50 emails, you get this many opens and this many people, you know, either reply and this many people book a meeting, whatever it is. You need to have those metrics so that your appointment setter, so your new team member, can base themselves off of those metrics. If they're not there, they've got nothing to go off of. They've got nothing to strive for. They've got no goals. And that's where, you know, kind of just the results, the end result of getting monthly meetings booked in, it's just kind of non-existent, okay? So you need to make sure you have those there. The way you have those there is by having a proven process. For me at Bax Consulting, we've got a proven process. For students of the Quantum Leap e-com agency program, they all have proven time and time again e-commerce outreach processes, so they can basically implement on them, get themselves results, and then bring somebody on board. And you need to make sure that you do the same. Now, in terms of how you go about finding appointment setters, because I'm going to talk about pricing here in a minute, but in order to pay an appointment setter, you need to have one, right? So how do you find appointment setters? How do you qualify them? How do you basically funnel, all the applicants you get down into one or two people? Well, the best thing to do is to build an application form. Guys, I'm doing this right now. I'm going through this exact process right now. Like, I've got my application form right below this video for those of you who do want to become an appointment setter for Bax Consulting, So just mirror what I'm doing. It's not hard, okay? So build out an application form and funnel people into that form. Now, the medians in which you find people to funnel into that application is simply Facebook. It's the same as media buying, but you're just kind of going after a different demographic. You're going after a different type of person, okay? So Facebook groups, again, and Upwork as a fallback option. It's exactly the same. It's really not hard, okay? So you want to, post in these Facebook groups that are associated to what we're doing, because, if they kind of understand digital marketing, it does help. Now, it's not necessary that they understand how to run the best ads and whatnot, at least for the appointment setters at Bax Consulting, because we've built out this system that basically just, trust me guys, our appointment setters do not even need to think about anything. There's no brain power required whatsoever. So if they don't understand Facebook ads, it's not a big deal. They can still make a very, very healthy amount of money with us by, commission and all this different type of stuff. And that's pricing that I'm going to get onto here in a minute. But my point is that they don't need to know about ads, but if they do, it's a bonus, obviously. It's not that it hurts us if they don't know about ads, but if they do, it kind of just makes things easier. So go into Facebook groups that are associated to what we're doing. Advertising, funnels, paid traffic, Facebook ads, online marketing, social media marketing, all this different type of stuff. There's a bunch of Facebook groups out there. Go in, post your post about what you're looking for, who you're looking for, and then you've also got Upwork as a fallback option, right? Go on to Upwork, post a couple posts, and funnel that traffic into your application form. From your application form, you'll be able to see obviously everybody's answers and whatnot. Then you can basically kind of handpick exactly who you want to hop on a Zoom call with. From there, get on a Zoom call with them and kind of go through your interview process. Guys, it's really not rocket science, It's not like you got to do all this super crazy stuff. Yes, we've built out this system that's just a killer system. It's all automated. There's no brain power required. And obviously, for those of you in the Quantum Leap e-com agency program, look out for new training coming soon. I'm going to be showing you this entire system for you guys to just implement into your own agencies. But that's probably the most complicated thing, right? But it's not necessary that you have this system. It just makes the results come a lot easier, but it's not necessary that you have it. Now, moving on to pricing. Okay, so this is probably one of the most common questions that I get asked. How much do I pay my appointment setters? Do I pay per hour? Do I pay per lead, per call, per client? What do I do? Again, you guys know I only ever talk from personal experience. I only ever talk about what I'm doing at Bax Consulting, which is my e-commerce agency. And what we're doing is commission only appointment setting team. Okay, so the reason we do commission only is because, first of all, we can scale up. Okay, we can bring 5, 10, 15 appointment setters on board if we want to, and there's no initial investment, okay? And so it works amazingly well for you as the agency owner because you've not got to put any money on the line. That's the first thing. Also, it incentivizes your appointment setters so much. So for example, the appointment setters at Bax Consulting, right? They can make so much money in terms of commission, right? Because our retainers are higher than probably the average agency. So we charge higher, but their commission is based off of that retainer that we sell them on. So because our retainers are higher, they make a very, very healthy amount per client that's generated through their outreach. And also on top of that, because we've made the process so easy for our appointment setters, like it's so easy for them to generate meetings and generate us clients, that they make a very, very healthy amount. And it's all in the back end. So they're consistently motivated to continue to send out more and more and more and more outreach, and they never get complacent because they make so much in the back end. That's the true power of commission only. And you can obviously, then make that stem into, commission only sales teams and whatnot. But to start off with, guys, I honestly recommend that you do commission only for your appointment setters. Now, in terms of specifics, Obviously, it ranges depending on your retainers. If you've got $1,000 per month average retainer, then you'd probably want to do around 50% or maybe even higher, just because $1,000 isn't a lot. But for somebody like Bax Consulting, where our average retainers are 3, 4, 5, 6,000 a month, that's kind of like our average in that range. Personally, we do 30 to 35% depending on kind of the range of retainer that we sell them on, right? 30 to 35%, but that's only because our retainers are so high. Whereas if you've got lower retainers, 1,000, 1,500, I recommend you bump that percentage up slightly higher. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some really, really good clarification on how to go about finding appointment setters, how to interview them, and how to kind of funnel them, qualify them, and make sure that they're a good fit for your team in terms of, you know, the application form, Zoom call, stuff like that. And then also to finish off, how you physically pay your appointment setters in the best possible way for you as the agency owner, but also taking them into account and ensuring that they still make really healthy money at the end of each month. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.